Virginia is coming to the rescue of homeowners struggling to pay their mortgages. The government will offer free mortgage assistance clinics on June 21st. Meanwhile, cases of mortgage fraud are on the rise. With us now is criminal defense attorney Chris Amolsch. Chris, good to have you back here with us.
Thanks very much.
Talking about mortgage fraud on the rise, FBI released a report of 2007 statistics saying 1,204 cases of fraud are under investigation, 321 fraud-related indictments, 206 convictions. This is widespread and growing.
It is growing, and you're going to see it get even worse, I think, before it gets better. Certain areas have been hit harder than others. Our area is suffering, but places like Atlanta, Nevada, Las Vegas, Florida, those places are being decimated by mortgage fraud.
The FBI says a lot of the people who are doing this are insiders who have a fraud for profit motive to build financial institutions. But that was in the hot times, the good times of the real estate market. Right. You're here to say the fraud is still continuing and things are slowing down.
Well, what you're seeing now is the fraud being perpetrated against people who are in dire financial straits. There is a whole group of people who are now taking advantage of borrowers or people in their homes who are facing foreclosure, who are in adjustable rate mortgages, whose rates are resetting, who can't afford the current payments as they're going to go up. And they're now being approached by people who say, I have a solution for you. Add me onto the title of your house. I'll help you make the payments. And when we get you back on your feet, I'll come back off the title. I'll give your house back to you. And then you can go on making your new mortgage payment and your new loan. And what's happening is that as soon as people are being added to the title, they are refinancing the house, taking the equity from the people, and disappearing. Most often doing it under somebody else's identity.
Wow, and the disappearance is why we only have 321 fraud-related indictments rather than a whole lot more. They get away before anybody realizes what's really happened.
That's exactly right, and not only that, they often have assumed the identities of other people. And so even though I come to you and I tell you I'm George Smith, and I'm here to help you with your house, put me on the title of your house, I'll help you make the payments. I then refinance your house, disappear with the money, and they're looking for George Smith. But I'm not George Smith.
What other types of mortgage fraud can be committed that people fall prey to?
Well, there are so many kinds, but that's the one people really need to be focused on right now. Is people get desperate and they see their mortgage payments going up, they're going to resort to anything they can to stay in the house. They need to be very careful of anybody who offers to help them out by becoming an owner of their house, by going on the title of their house. That is almost always a loser.
All right, we talked about the Commonwealth of Virginia coming to the rescue of homeowners struggling to pay their mortgage, offering free mortgage assistance. But isn't this almost like the closing the barn door after the horse has gotten out? These people are already in trouble.
It is, and unless they're willing to do something about the rates these people are going to pay, I'm not sure what assistance they can offer. I mean, they can offer them solutions on how not to get in this position again, but I'm not sure what that does for the people who are in that position right now. And as people get desperate, they're going to make desperate choices.
We have about a minute left. What are the solutions that you, as an attorney, could see that would make a difference? Is it at local government levels? Is it banking institutions, therefore federal regulators, that really have to step in and change the way business is done?
Well, I don't mean to be a shill for the lawyer community, but the number one thing people can do is talk to an attorney before they make these kind of decisions. People too often think that they understand what they're doing, and they listen to someone explain to them about how home ownership works and the things that they can do to make their lives better. And they make these decisions uneducatedly. They need to talk to somebody like me or some other lawyer who understands the legal process and can advise them about not just what they're doing right now, but the consequences they may face down the road. That is, I think, other than passing laws, speaking to somebody who intelligently, who can give you advice, that's the most important thing.
All right, and the main thing, the advice you heard from Chris, do not add anyone else onto your mortgage who says they're going to help you out of the good of it.
Never a good idea.
Never a good idea. Chris, thank you for being here with us. Good to see you again.